Imagine if you could buy a superpower, not the ability to fly or have X-ray vision, but the ability to see an energy that's been invisible to you your entire life. Right now, all around you, warm objects are emitting infrared energy. Heat that is escaping through your walls, electricity that is being wasted through shoddy wiring, appliances that are about to go bad, that are starting to overheat. All these things are emitting infrared energy, and as humans, we lack the sensory organs to detect that. That's where this device comes in. This is the TOPDON TC002C Duo thermal infrared camera, and it plugs right into the bottom of your cell phone or tablet, and it utilizes USB-C. It's a very widely accepted format. Apple iPhone, iPad, Windows, Android. There's no battery, there's no screen, nothing to charge. Your phone or tablet becomes the display and the recording device. You just plug it in, install the app, and bam, ready to go. If you're watching this channel, you're probably doing at least one of these things. You're either insulating something, or running diesel heaters, inverters, building off-grid battery systems, or you're troubleshooting a device, trying to figure out why it's not working for you. The problem is most of the failures in these systems happen in an invisible way. They don't usually tell you they're going wrong before they go wrong, and that's where the data that this provides to you can be very important. Take an off-grid battery system, for instance. A loose busbar connection doesn't just announce itself or appear loose. Usually you start seeing elevated temperatures, or you might smell the actual burning plastic if it gets to that point. With something like this, you could go to the video feature, do a quick scan of your entire system, and it would immediately illuminate hotspots. And that is a really cool thing, is you can actually document your entire power system from week to week, day to day, month to month. Open the cabinet, click the video, do a quick scan to see if you see any hotspots, and save the video. Next week, do the same thing, and you could almost have like a living diary of your system, and at different temperatures and different times of the year, to see, okay, that lug on that bus bar was not hot last week. Maybe it vibrated loose on this last trip. Maybe there's a problem because reviewing footage, it was not like that the last time I checked. And you don't have to touch anything. You don't have to reach in. I honestly feel like this is more accurate than the laser infrared thermometers. I would trust this more. This gives you a more broad picture of the entire room or of the entire space than this point and shoot. And you can catch problems early. That's the whole point of this, is to be able to see problems and see trends before they start. I wish I had this when I drove the bus 1,700 miles cross country when I first bought it, because I was concerned about the maintenance of the hubs. You may or may not know, but if you don't maintain the wheel hubs, the bearings of your vehicle as you drive it, especially if you're driving 12 hours a day, 3 days in a row, they can overheat. So I was checking them with my thermometer here, but having this in my kit, which it's very tiny, it wouldn't have been a big deal at all. I could have taken a photograph of each hub, which would have given me the temperature in Fahrenheit or Celsius, and I would have had a record. I could say, okay, yesterday it was 90, today it's 95, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. And and if you kept a log of photographs from the day you purchased your vehicle or your bus or your van or whatever, you could say, okay, last year my hubs were running 90. This year they're running 105. At the end of the summer, they're running 115. They're climbing. I need to get these serviced because I'm trending upward. That's a pretty cool way to monitor your wheel bearings. And here's one feature that a lot of folks don't think about. While this is not intended for hunters or for spotting game, if you are boondocking, and I do enjoy remote boondocking, and you're out in the remote wilderness and you hear something outside and it's pitch black dark, and if you don't have powerful lights around your rig to illuminate the darkness, you're left guessing, what is it? Is it a human? Is it a bear? Is it a big dog? Is it a raccoon in the trash? What is it? This will not give you a resolution to discern a face. This is not going to replace a $2,000 military grade infrared scope. But this will give you a shape. You could say, okay, that is a four-legged creature. That is a dog. That is a bear. That is a human. And I say this not in a tactical Hollywood way, but in a real world way. If you had one of these in your RV or your rig to inspect hubs and batteries and appliances, and you did hear something outside, it would be very easy to slap it on your phone, and you could easily pan the outside, and a warm body creature would stick out like a sore thumb. It'd be very easy. It's right there. Whatever it is right there. That's a plus in my book. Now, where this particular model, the TOPDON, separates itself from others is the resolution. This upscales the resolution to about twice its American competitors in the same price bracket. While the upscaling doesn't break physics, it doesn't give you a 4K image, it does increase the contrast between the cold and hot spots, and allows you to, if you're looking at a bird's nest of wires, you're trying to find the hot wire, it will help you discern between a bundle of wires and say that one specifically right there is the one that's overheating. Secondly is the refresh rate. This thing has a 25 hertz refresh rate, and all that basically means is the image refreshes faster than on other models, so that if you are taking a video or if you are just observing the image, it's smoother and it's easier to discern details as you move your phone about looking at the image. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is the price. It is $240, and I wrestled with this when I agreed to test this. And for full transparency, TOPDON sent me this unit to test and evaluate. I did not pay for the unit. They are not paying me. They do not get approval for this video. They do not see the video before you do. This is my honest opinion, and I will tell it straight. I made a promise to myself and to you that I won't accept products for testing, whether it's tools or like things like diesel heaters, unless I genuinely feel like they'll be useful to us. If they're not useful to us, I won't test them. So I was kind of on the fence with this because $240 is a big ask. But I genuinely feel like if you are serious, as I am, in converting a vehicle like my bus, in the grand scheme of the conversion, if you're doing a custom battery array and you're going to be insulating the whole thing, the data that something like this could give you in the construction, looking for heat leaks in your insulation, testing your max amperage draws on your battery array and looking for hot spots, and then going further and using it in the maintenance of your vehicle. I feel like, yes, it is a big spend, but it can and will pay you back long term if you use it. I'm not a gadget guy, so I'm going to tell you, if you're not going to use this, don't buy it. If you're not someone who actually is going to use this camera to diagnose and fix your problems and monitor your batteries and your hubs and your axles and things on your vehicle, don't buy it. It's a fancy toy at that point, and I can't recommend that you do. But if you're the kind of guy that does maintain your own stuff and does like to build things and does like to troubleshoot things and is looking for a way to have more data, because according to G.I. Joe,
and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!
This will give you more accurate data. So the app for this is quite full-featured. You just basically enable thermal imaging, and it asks you this parameters. You can modify your parameters if you choose to. You were looking at my camera and my wife's car. She just got home from work, and I have this set to Fahrenheit. But you can take photos and videos, and there is a number of different settings. There are different grids. You can actually track line charts. You can do different images. You can do a picture in a picture, so you can actually have a photograph of what you are measuring for like evidence. If you need to send something to someone, you can have a transparency of the picture in the picture off in the corner. You can zoom in. You can pick your colors. So if for instance, you have a particular color palette you want to work with, or you have software that you're using, picking your color palette is nice. There is a contrast feature. You can change the contrast. There is an alarm, which is kind of cool. If you were using this for your, say, your battery system, and you wanted to set an upper alarm of 100 degrees, let's say it was 150 Fahrenheit. Anything above 150 Fahrenheit, you wanted an alarm to go off. You could have that set so that when you pointed this inside your battery array, if it detected anything in the camera's viewpoint of 150 degrees plus, it would trigger the alarm and say, oh, right here, this point here is above 150. And of course, you can rotate the image if you want to hold your camera like that. Yeah. And there's a couple of different temperature ranges. You can go from the lower temperature, which is a -4 to 302 Fahrenheit. And then there is the upper temperature. So if you're going to measure something extremely hot from 302 to 1022, you would select that. I am going to keep it in automatic. You can sort of have it recognize, it'll do it itself. So if it detects something in the frame that is 500 degrees Fahrenheit, it will step itself up to that next temperature zone. The kit does come with extension cables for various connections. So if you wanted to use this with a laptop, tablet, iPhone, various models of iPhone, you could do it. This is a judgment call that only you can make. I am not going to sit here and tell you that you have to have one, that you need one. If your long-term goal is to be more self-reliant and more informed with better data and less reliant on guesswork, then having a thermal camera like this starts to make sense. Not because it's cool, but because you can start to see the consequences of decisions firsthand. And once you've actually seen that invisible world and you've had access to that data, it's hard to go back. It's hard to, once you've had this in your toolkit and you can like, oh, I've had my thermal camera, I could find that leak in the wall. There's just so many applications. Once you can think in those terms, I think it's useful. I think it's cool. Yeah, the 240 is a lot to ask, but I think this is truly one of those tools where you buy once, you cry once, and you have it, because there's very little to go wrong with this. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. I hoped you enjoyed this. I hoped you found it helpful. To be honest, I knew very little about thermal cameras before TOPDON sent me this, and I delve into learning and researching and how useful they could be. I thought they were just a gadget. Now, recently, I created a Patreon in order to keep this channel going and to keep from having to have sponsors on this channel that actually pay. I thought Patreon was the best way. It allows me to interact more with you guys, and it allows me to keep testing and reviewing and keep doing stuff like the bus. I created 2 basic tiers to keep it simple. The first one's called the workshop. It's basically just the casual observer. If you like my work and you'd like to just watch and get some more behind the scenes type stuff, that's where you would go. The second one is called the testing bench. It's a little more serious. If you actually want to get down on the test bench with me, and it's more of a collaboration where we go back and forth and share ideas, and you get more raw data and behind the scenes and what I'm thinking. And the testing bench is a little more serious for people that are actually troubleshooting and dealing with problems and building things. And so yeah, 2 basic tiers, the casual observer and the participant. That's how I've structured this. We'll see how it goes. I'm super excited about it. I hope I see more of you there as things start to build out. It's still very, very new. So yes, thank you so much for watching and helping me grow this channel. I'm Jason, and I'll see you in the next one.